In one of the most dramatic and unforgettable finishes in recent NBA history, the Indiana Pacers stunned the Cleveland Cavaliers with a last-minute 120-119 victory in a game that left fans and analysts alike in sheer disbelief. The Pacers, in what can only be described as a masterclass in late-game execution, took advantage of a series of mistakes by the Cavaliers, who, despite their injuries, had appeared to be in control for the majority of the game. Heading into the final minutes, Cleveland looked poised to seal the victory. With a 119-112 lead and just under a minute left, the Cavs seemed to have the game firmly in hand. Donovan Mitchell, who had delivered a phenomenal performance with 48 points and 9 assists, was playing out of his mind, carrying Cleveland on his shoulders. Yet, in the blink of an eye, everything unraveled. Indiana's Aaron Nesmith, with a crucial rebound and putback, cut the deficit to 5 points. A key offensive foul by Mitchell, who elbowed an opponent in the face, allowed Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers to capitalize. Halliburton, playing with the poise and confidence of a seasoned star, hit a clutch three-pointer in the final seconds to put Indiana ahead, completing a remarkable 8-0 run. The Cavs, who had been cruising just moments earlier, found themselves unable to recover. Max Struss's ill-advised inbound pass further compounded Cleveland's struggles as Halliburton, ever the opportunist, took advantage of the mistake, knocking down a game-winning shot with just 27 seconds remaining. This was more than just a loss for Cleveland. It was a collapse, an all-time meltdown that now raises serious questions about their ability to respond in this series. The Cavs had dominated their first-round opponent with an overwhelming 122-point victory margin, establishing themselves as the best team in the Eastern Conference throughout the regular season. But now, they face a 2-0 deficit in a series that seemed all but secure just a few days ago. Injuries to key players like Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter undoubtedly played a role, but no one could deny that the Cavaliers let their guard down in a game they should have won. Despite the absence of these stars, and despite the fact that Cleveland had been in control for the vast majority of the contest, this loss falls squarely on the shoulders of the team's failure to close out the game. The Pacers, led by the ever-impressive Halliburton, demonstrated incredible resilience and capitalized on every opportunity that came their way. Halliburton's leadership on both ends of the floor, especially in crunch time, proved why he's become one of the most reliable players in the league. His confidence, especially after the overrated chants from Cleveland fans, is something that should not be underestimated. Halliburton's ability to rise to the occasion in critical moments, such as his game-winning three, has now firmly placed him in the conversation as one of the most clutch players in the NBA. While the victory for Indiana is monumental, it also speaks volumes about their growth as a team. The Pacers have been consistently overlooked, with many questioning their legitimacy in the postseason. However, with this win, they are making a statement. They belong. This victory is not a fluke, and with players like Halliburton leading the charge, Indiana has proven that they are more than capable of going toe-to-toe with the elite teams of the league. For Cleveland, this loss is a harsh reminder that no game is ever over until the final buzzer sounds. Despite a stellar performance from Mitchell, who did everything in his power to keep his team in the game, the Cavaliers faltered under pressure. Their inability to close out a game they had controlled for most of the way will undoubtedly be a source of frustration and self-reflection moving forward. The question now is whether they can bounce back from this heartbreaking defeat and find a way to level the series. The stakes have been raised, and the pressure is now on the Cavaliers to respond. With the series shifting to Indiana, the Pacers have all the momentum. They now find themselves in the driver's seat, and the Cavaliers will need to dig deep to avoid falling into an insurmountable 3-0 hole. The Eastern Conference is wide open, and both of these teams know that the road to the finals will not be easy. For Cleveland, this game is a painful reminder that, in the postseason, no lead is ever truly safe. As the series heads into Indiana, the Pacers have the chance to put Cleveland on the brink of elimination. If the Cavaliers mount a comeback, they will need to recover quickly from this devastating loss and find a way to play with the same intensity and focus that they showed throughout the regular season. The pressure is now squarely on their shoulders, and how they respond will define their championship aspirations. One thing is for sure, this series is far from over.